What up? What up?
How are you doing, Angelo?
How we doing?
Oh my goodness. Great. Thank you so much for spending some of your quarantine time with us, first of all.
Quarantine. No, it's all good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. So like I was mentioning earlier, the last time I saw you was at your premiere for Florida Man, which was towards the end of February, and so much time flew by. Now we're like locked down, slowed down. So I just wanted to kind of speak with you and let our viewers know, what are your thoughts on this quarantine and what have you been doing to keep busy?
A whole lot, man. But well, thank you for coming to Florida, man. First of all, I appreciate that.
Awesome. It was awesome.
Where I was just about to say, I'm looking forward to hearing what you think.
I loved it. The visuals were amazing. After watching it, I wanted to see more. So I'm like, oh man, but it's a short. So, hopefully, maybe, you never know.
we got some plans. We got some plans to extend it for sure. Because with its attachment to Boutique Fashion Week, it'll keep touring with Boutique Fashion Week. But yeah, that's some of what we've been up to, is perfecting Florida Man, kind of remastering and mixing some things up, adding some notes to it. I'm in a pretty blessed situation because my team is like pretty, like it's a tight-knit, like family-oriented situation. So Pretty Fly Society and FME Agency were never too far away from each other. So it's been very awesome to be able to use this time to create more, to find more ways to engage when things open back up, and just being able to participate in what other people have been creating. The creative community has responded in such an amazing way. Like they've really taken it personal. Found a heck of ways to continue to create, continue to inspire and motivate. So that's been crazy, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. As they should. So, being an actor with so many upcoming projects, how is this downtime affecting the film industry at the moment? I know you touched base on it, basically saying this is the perfect time to create content, and that's what everybody's doing right now. But outside of that, how do you see it affecting the film industry right now with everything that's going on?
I see it affecting it in a few ways. Like in real time, I see it affecting it. They're finding ways to keep releasing content, but keeping it engaging, keeping it inspirational, not trying to, there's just a lot that's left on the table. Now that there's so many people indoors and streaming content, it's higher numbers than ever. We're seeing like these epic producer battles online, which are amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And your ROI on that is that you continue to celebrate and continue to be a part of creativity moving forward. So the film industry has definitely been responding to that, trying to find ways to continue to release content. I know I have a dear friend of mine down at Georgia State University, and I know their media department is trying to find ways to release content that their students have been creating without just saying it, here, take this online. They're trying to find ways to be innovative with it. Is there ways that we can stream it live with everybody that's at home watching it?
Right.
I know it's affected me personally. It's put a few projects on hold. I know it's one of your questions. I know everybody wants to know about season 3.
Yes.
We were definitely filming it, as we were speaking, we were filming.
Right.
The virus put everything on hold, but we'll get back to it as soon as we can. Just trying to be responsible, and I see the film industry dealing with that as well in its given state, is how to be responsible, how to still get this content out without sacrificing lives or putting people at risk, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Okay, so what current projects do you have out right now, and where can we find them?
Right now, Florida Man is a project of mine that's coming out this summer. We'll come up with the release date for sure. We'll lock that in within the next few weeks. We'll want to release it once everything is cleared up, just so people can. There's a lot of other people involved in the project. I want to be able to celebrate it in a different way. So we'll continue to release teasers during this quarantine phase or shut-in phase. But as far as the full body work, we'll release it later on this summer. Zola, which was tentatively to somewhat, there was like a somewhat tentative plan to release it this summer. But again, that's put some things on hold. So you see the film industry responding and dealing with this in real time,
Right. Yeah. I'm so glad you mentioned Zola, because I've been hearing so much about it, and I know it was in the Sundance Film Festival. And what else can you give us about Zola? Can you give us any inside details? I heard it was from a Twitter feed that happened back in 2015, and they turned it into a film.
Yeah, it's like an epic ass Twitter story. You know what I mean? Like back when Twitter was booming in that way. It was like an epic ass Twitter story that just went super crazy viral. My part in it, my part in it is super crazy. So it was crazy to see it on screen. It was crazy to like deal with the abrasiveness of my scene. But it killed at Sundance, and I know it's going to kill on however it gets released, given what's going on.
Right.
I'm just super excited for y'all to share. I don't want to give too much away because it's his own experience. Like the director, Janiska Bravo, excited to be a part of this project with her.
Right.
Particularly because she approached her process with such care, yo. Like she does not play, even down to how they shot it, the grain they put on it, the different cues they put in it to remind you that's a social media story. It's just awesomeness. So it feels good to be part of some dope ass content, to be honest.
That's good. You are amazing. So can you share with us a few things you're doing to keep busy during this quarantine time? I know you guys are dropping little sneak peeks of the Florida Man. I know you're building content, but what else can you, let other actors know or other content creators know that, what to do during this quarantine time to kind of keep busy?
I kind of already see it happening, man, especially amongst my friends group. Shout out to like Jared Michael, Sam Umo, Marvin Lavalette. You know what I mean? I haven't been paying attention to who's been tapping in, but a lot of my peers and friends and dear friends of mine have found like crazy, innovative ways to continue to put out content. With engaging on live, doing monologue sessions. Shout out to the Talent Connect. I was a part of the table read for a recent script that got released. I don't want to give too much information away because this is something they actually want to participate and engage with y'all. Like mad virtual table reads I've been participating or been able to power, you know what I mean, even if I'm not participating in it. And heck of content is being created right now. Like virtually, there's like a writer's room wave that's going on. As far as I'm aware, definitely across the Miami film community, across the Atlanta film community. People are like linking up and getting projects done and getting into their archives of projects that they always meant to get to.
Right.
Which is what I see this period being about. For some reason, God or, you know what I mean, Jah or the universe or Buddha, whatever gets you going, has put a pump on things. Or the powers that be put a pump on things. Whatever, that's out of my pay grade. So whatever the case may be, it's meant for us to be at home. And I think that's what's been important to me is that's been weighing on me heavily. Is just the impact it's had on a lot of people that are close to me and near to me and people that I'm not close to. So just trying to find ways to continue to connect with people. So I wrote a letter, been able to just do a lot with my team with this downtime. So we're rolling out a website, my website that we finally able to get done because we got time to sit still. You know what I mean?
Right.
With everything that was going on, we just did a fashion week before like doors really got shut down due to the virus. And we got that off like in the nick of time. So things were a blur before that. So finally just be able to go down our to-do list and just finding ways to connect with people, even though my presence I'm not doing a lot of live or taking advantage of it the way other people are. But I've been able to do it in ways that's like my steezo, you know what I mean? So I wrote a letter that'll be available on angelodiaz.com pretty soon, within the next few days for sure. And just different things like that. But the creative community, the way they responded has been like hella motivational and inspirational to me. I've been able to gain a lot from that and just been able to participate and support them in what they're doing.
Oh, great.
And fitness-wise, being inspired by everything that's going on online. Like it was, for me, it's a bit different. It's awkward to say, but there was some alignment in the timing of it for me. It's giving me more time to physically prepare for certain roles I'm being considered for and up for that have different physical requirements than what I got going on right now. So I've been able to put in more downtime for that. And it's like a dream coming true for me because a lot of these people I'm looking to portray are people that I look to emulate in real life or people that have had a huge inspiration on me. So it's a dope time for me personally, but I'm pretty conflicted with everything that's going on,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have one question from Tiara. Right. She wants to know, what technique do you use to get into character?
I use a mix of different ideologies. Like if those of us who are interacting that are clocked there right now, there's the 5 different schools of thought. And some of them are inspired by each other, whether it be Meisner or things of that nature. What I pull from is a mix of them. But one quote that really stuck out to me in my training is living truthfully in imaginary circumstances. That's something that gets me going. And I think I'm a big believer in that it really depends on your process and what you've been through, because you'll connect with different parts of the process depending on who you are and your chemistry. What works for this actor's chemistry or this artist's chemistry may not work for yours. Definitely probably not work for yours.
Right.
But you can pull from it and find inspiration in that. So for me, just the way I've grown up, you know what I mean? I've been able to share some of my story through media and press of how I came to be the way that I am or what led me to acting. And it's been having to move around a lot growing up. Like that was the foundation that I knew was like constantly changing scenarios, you know what I mean? So that's still a huge part of my process. That's like the vibration of like my soul, my frequency. So it bleeds into everything that I do, with acting being one of the crafts that I look to master and that keep me going. Of course, it's going to bleed into that. If you follow me,
No, follow you. Got you. Definitely got you. Okay, so somebody wants to know if you can tell us about your character on ATL Homicide.
Oh man, my man is badass. This guy, my man is badass. Much love to Detective David Quinn, his whole family. I hope they staying safe during this nightmare and everything that's going on. Detective David Quinn, man, is a real life detective, real life brown dude on that side of law enforcement. Him and his partner, they've been rocking for like 18 years plus. They both became homicide detectives on the same day. Vince Velasquez. But between the both of them, man, that's some of the greatest homicide detectives like of all time, like in America to ever live. Like statistically, like it's proven, they're walking, breathing Atlanta history. Like I get stopped all the time by people that, when I'm in Atlanta, people that know David Quinn, like know him, like personally been affected by him. Testimonies have been shared with him. You know what I mean? People have shed tears in front of me over the situation. It's just been very, very amazing to be able to portray him. I got children in my family that aren't of age to see it, but I'm really looking forward to how it impacts them, how it impacts my nieces and nephews who are of age. Because, you know, I'm a Florida project baby. You know what I mean? Projects of Florida. My mom did a lot to expose me to the other side of life, but that's where I'm from. Right. So I don't have a lot of strong examples of law enforcement on that side of the badge. So it's been awesome to play on this side of it and to portray somebody who's like living, breathing Atlanta history, who's 100% authentic. Everything he says, he is. And that's his number one tool in doing what he does, is his ability to connect with people. No matter what side of life they're on, they got respect for Quinn. I mean, I've been approached by cold, hard. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
The coldest of them in the club that just eyeing me. And then they finally approach, you know what I mean? My people like, what's happening? I'm like, nah, let's see what's up. Like, yo, respect. I know David Quinn. Like, yo, I know David Quinn. Like, he held me down when my sister's life got taken from me or my sister's life got taken from me. Like, I don't rock with law enforcement. It's always let me down. But when I needed it, they held me down. So you're good in here. You need anything in here, you're good. I'm like, and that continues to happen to me on a regular. So that's who David Quinn is. It's been dope to be able to be a part of the exposure he's gotten. Yeah, shout out to ATL Homicide, man. I miss being on set. We would be filming right now, but given everything that's going on, man, it's just a bit of sacrifice to keep things hopefully on the track to get back regular. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and it'll be back. So let me know, how do you feel about your face being plastered on Armada in-town buses? I'm sorry,
it's crazy.
I know you was drinking.
It's actually crazy. Like I really appreciate Miles, me and my brother, but like also a manager and partner in crime extraordinaire. Everything Pretty Fly Society is Frank Mill, who I'm about to shout out right now. But behind Georgia Hollywood Review, one of the people behind Georgia Hollywood Review sent it to us just cold hard, like you just cheesing next to the ad. I was like, yo, is that my big ass head?
Stop.
Right now, that's crazy. But it's been amazing. One conflicted thing I had was a few weeks ago, as people were being more urged to stay inside and shelter and all this good stuff. I had a mixed reaction because I was like, I know y'all Negroes not staying inside because y'all texting me saying y'all see my face. So why you not at the crib right now? Nah, but other than that, surreal, crazy. You know what I mean? And I got a lot of return, as they say, ROI on that in real time. People were texting me like, yo, that's crazy. People who've been with me during this acting grind. I just started acting in 2016. So people I've known in Atlanta that have supported me and vice versa. You know what I mean? It's a tight-knit community in Atlanta as far as acting. pure, inspirational, crazy, surreal. Like it's, you know what I mean?
Right.
They're finding what they need to pull from it. So that's been special to me.
Yes.
And just being a living example of like, yo,
right.
fuck that shit. You can do anything you set your mind to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're reminding everyone,
yeah.
like, look,
Yeah,
Marta busted.
sure.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So what advice can you give to other actors and content creators during this time right now?
Continue to do what we're doing. I couldn't be proud of the creative community. Continue to find inspiration and motivation during this time. Like, oh my God, I can't stress enough like how creative people have been online. How whether expressing themselves through fashion consistently, storytelling, what they're doing medically. You know what I mean? There's people in so many different fields that have found ways to connect. And that's why that letter was such a huge thing for me. So in that letter, I get to express a lot of what I feel we can pull from this time as a people and as a community. So yeah, that was a huge part of, I guess, finding peace or finding ways to reach out and connect and touch with people that I care about and that care about me.
Right.
Yeah.
And I see Pretty Fly Society has joined. So tell us how that came about. How did you start that? You know?
Oh man, that was like pure organically in college. In college years ago, back in like 1954, before the war. You know what I mean? Nah. This is 2013, 2012 is what it kind of got institutionalized in Charleston, South Carolina, which isn't a huge media market or a huge like creative market or place. So from there, it just expanded over the years. Basically started out as like a platform to just express who we are, express Black excellence, express excellence, period. Knocking down barriers, knocking down walls creatively, finding new ways, new platforms to put things out there, experiences, events. And it's grown from that into like a rich portfolio of experiences, a huge network of people that are impacted by what we're doing for them and with them. It's the entity that powers everything that I do. I'm managed by Pretty Fly Society. I help co-found Pretty Fly Society. So this is years ago, before I even had acting on my dome, or even before acting was even sent to me. You know what I mean? So through that, as I found success in acting, it only made sense for me to be managed by the mothership that had poured into me and I had poured into so much. It's what powered Boutique Fashion Week. We just partnered with Paul Mitchell School and did that at the end of February. It's a touring fashion week. We're actually hunkering in right now, considering what next city to do for September. Yeah, it's Pretty Fly Society is the mothership.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys don't.
You're Pretty Fly Society. If you're watching this, you probably don't even know you're Pretty Fly Society yet. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of one of those situations.
Right. Okay. So you said you guys don't know. Y'all discussing what city you guys are going to go to next at the moment.
Yeah.
See, I was trying to grab it. Sorry, y'all.
We're looking forward to announcing it, so we don't really want to roll it out. But those who have been following Boutique Fashion Week online, y'all already know we've been considering Vegas huge, Houston huge, and San Francisco, or the Bay Area as a whole. So one of those three are going to get hit in September, and then we'll continue to tour across the country and then globally.
That's
awesome. A plan for Boutique Fashion Week, because Paul Mitchell's a global name brand, so it makes sense to continue growing with them around the country.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so during this downtime, have you been binging any shows lately? Outside of working out, outside of creating content, any TV shows, films you're watching currently right now?
Yeah, a lot. Well, I write and I create, like you just said. So I've been writing a lot. So I've been watching a lot of stuff that inspires me in my pen.
Focus, yes.
Yeah, I guess we'll get into it. One thing I've been watching hecka is based around something that I will looking forward to pitching when things open back up. It's Entourage. I don't know if you're familiar with the show.
Yes.
Yeah. So I got something for that. I got a cool little spin for that. You know what I mean?
You know what? That fits you. I can see that. I can see that. Okay.
I got something special for that. I can't say too much, but I'll say shout out to Entourage, shout out to the whole Entourage family, the HBO family, shout out to OVO, and shout out to Drake. So a little bit, that just shares a little bit about the spin I would take on it. I'm looking forward to taking on it. So working on that pitch, and when you pitch something, it takes a lot that goes into it.
Right.
As far as they want to see a functioning script. They want to know how much that script's going to cost. They want to be excited by the package that you send. The EPK, if you don't have a visual or like a trailer for them or a 2-minute teaser or whatever works as a proof of concept, if you don't have that, your EPK and your package has to jump off the page. You know what I mean? The marketability of what you're doing needs to be described in there. Who's going to watch this? How long they're going to watch? Get into your bag and think like a suit. Like someone who's looking to monetize what you got going on. So explain that to them thoroughly. It may not matter to them that that's the masterpiece of your life and you've been working on that joint for 16 years. You know what I mean? That may not matter to them, but it will matter to them who's going to tune into that. So I've been working on a lot of different pitches. Me and the family have been working on a lot of different pitch packages and concepts that we want to shoot, concepts that we want to pitch without having shot it yet. Just different. And then a lot of our content that we want to shoot as ours and not share with nobody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're staying creative. You're staying busy, creating more content. So when everything start rolling, you'll be right along with the roll. So that's definitely good to know. So is there anything else you want to let us know about? If anybody have any questions, please feel free to drop them below while we have the lovely Angelo Diaz here with us at the moment. Is there anything else you want to share with us?
Nah, just stay safe, stay indoors. Like, do everything you can to protect yourself. There's a lot of information out there, but do your Googles and find what's actually accurate. Do your due diligence so we can bounce back from this. Yeah, that's pretty much all. Stay safe. I'm sending some energy your way. I'm sending some love your way in the best ways I know how. So you won't see me as much visibility as you see everyone else right now, but trust me, I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you.
Hey, well, we do have a few questions. Somebody wants to know, what are you looking forward to when Corona ends?
Looking forward to getting back to set. Season 3 of GHR Homicide. We were really catching a hell of a momentum. You know what I mean? There's just a zone that we have. Shout out to Chris Diaz, my brother, man. My brother from another mother. He portrays Vince Velasquez on the show. Shout out to Christopher Mitchell, the director of GHR Homicide. Shout out to Sedge Torreson, the EP. It's really just like a Kobe Black Mamba mindset on set. So I've been fortunate enough to have the resources at hand to continue to tap into that mindset without season 3 being a thing for right now. But as soon as the doors open back up, from what I understand, we'll get back to shooting as soon as things are safe. You know what I mean? But I miss that. Yeah, I'm ready to get back to that for sure. Because everybody keeps asking me, so I know they're looking for it, and I appreciate the love for sure, and we appreciate the support. But I don't have the answers quite yet.
Right. Okay, so somebody wants to know, how do you stay so handsome?
I don't really.
You're like, look, just woke up like this.
I can't say, you know what I mean? I can't say it took some time to grow into for sure.
Oh.
The nose and the ears, it took some time to make sense. You know what I mean?
Hey, everybody got that growing stage. Look.
I appreciate the love that comes in regards to that. It's not really something that, you know what I mean? I'm not, I would more so say like I'm not sure who said that, but on a mass level, I would say keep that same energy. You know what I mean? Keep that same energy when I combine that with some of my other talents and some other things I'm amazing and great at, and use the aesthetic and the vibes along with those things to attempt to change the world and attempt to bring a lot of good things to the world. And bring a lot of changes to the world that might seem evasive at first. Keep that same energy. That's all.
Right. Oh, man, we love your energy. And that was Miles, by the way. Miles asked that question. Go figure,
Shout out to Miles, man. Way to make an arc with Miles. Shout out to you, bro.
Gotta love him.
For sure.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Angelo, and we will see you on here again, and we will be looking forward to Zola when it drops.
Yeah.
We're going to be looking at the sneak peeks of the fashion film that you're going to be dropping pretty soon.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely be in communication. And again, stay safe, have fun, and we're looking forward. Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for involving me, yo. You too, yo.
Bye.
Adios.